Welcome back, our channel Tell Me. Today, we're unveiling 13 mind-blowing psychological facts about women that will change how you see the world. Brace yourself. 97% of men are unaware of these secrets and often face rejection because of it. But guess what? You can join the elite 5% who truly stand out by understanding these insights. Ladies, this isn't just for the guys. No. These truths about yourself will make you magnetic and irresistible. Before we dive in, could you do us a quick favor? If you're excited to uncover these secrets, smash that like button. It helps us bring you more powerful content. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Let's keep this fun. If you love this topic, drop a 1 in the comments. If you think we can improve, type Z and let us know how. Now let's jump into these incredible insights that will transform your understanding of women and relationships. Psychological fact number 1. Women fall in love because of smell, according to a study. If a woman enjoys the scent of a man, she is more likely to fall for him. The Federal University of Rio de Janeiro reports that a woman's attraction to a man can increase by up to 85.5% if she likes his scent. Women have 50% more neurons in their olfactory bulb than men, making them more sensitive to smells. Understanding how to choose the right fragrance can give you a significant advantage in attraction. Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out which fragrances are most stimulating. Psychological fact number 2. Women prefer men who have their own way. Going too far too quickly with a woman will almost certainly result in rejection. However, if you show respect and a bit of neediness, she is more likely to make herself available, build trust, and feel free to touch. But always be sure to read her body language and recognize her signals. Psychological fact number 3. Women often feel something when they are near you, but may not express it if a woman piques your interest. Avoid becoming just friends. According to a study, 68% of women said they would consider having a love affair with a man if they knew they could get their way. So it's a good idea to make your interest known from the start, albeit subtly. If you want to know how, ask in the comments. Psychological fact number 4. Women pre-select men based on other women's interest. Research shows that when other women show interest in a man, he becomes 3 times more appealing. This also happens when a group of women surrounds a man. Therefore, make female friends and go out with them to see how other women perceive you. These friends don't need to be romantically interested in you. They simply need to create a pre-election effect that can increase the interest of other women. Psychological fact number 5. If she teases you, she is interested. If a woman teases you and gives you nicknames, she is likely attracted to you and uses playful behavior to gain your trust. Women often express their feelings through body language. If you're genuinely interested in her, engage in her playful teasing. You can show your interest by playing along and saying things like, "I know you call me that because you like it. Do you think I've noticed?" Sickle fact number 6. Women prefer men who understand their nonverbal communication. Women appreciate it when you notice their body signals, whether they are conscious or unconscious. Unlike men, women can be shy and hesitant to express their feelings directly, as they fear rejection and often avoid it at all costs. They may express their emotions through body language rather than verbalizing them. If a woman makes an intentional gesture to convey her feelings, she expects you to respond in kind. If you don't understand her signals, she might remain silent and move on. For more information on this fascinating psychological strategy, ask in the comments. Psychological fact number 7. Women are particularly concerned with their appearance during intimate moments. They pay close attention to how attractive they look, including the design and color of their lingerie. Instead of staying silent, compliment her on how appealing she looks while engaged in intimate activities. By boosting her confidence, you'll likely find that she puts in more effort to dress in alluring and eye-catching outfits, motivating her to see you again. Psychological fact number 8. When a man connects with a woman on an emotional level, she experiences heightened sensations. Understanding the psychological complexity of the female mind can enhance her satisfaction with intimate moments. Since women often operate more through emotions and sensations rather than just physicality, being less direct and relying on subcommunication can help take your time with her, encourage her to express herself emotionally, and make her feel completely understood. This approach can deepen her feelings for you. But be cautious and sensitive throughout the process. Psychological fact number 9. Women often value their friends highly, sometimes even more than their partners. Studies show that women can experience stronger emotional connections with their friends compared to their boyfriends. When a woman leaves her partner to meet a friend, she often feels more at ease and supported, as she knows her friend will offer non-judgment, mental, emotional support. This emotional satisfaction can sometimes be mistaken for love. Therefore, it's wise to be cautious about how your partner interacts with her trusted friends, as betrayals can occur. Psychological fact number 10. Some women accept dates primarily for the free food. According to American surveys, 38% of women may agree to dates just to enjoy a compliment meal. This highlights the importance of understanding why a woman agrees to go out with you. Before asking someone out, ensure she is genuinely interested. If you want to know how to gauge her interest, ask me in the comments and I'll provide tips at the end of this video. Psychological fact number 11. When women are upset, they prefer that you approach them with empathy. If a woman is unhappy with you, showing attention and understanding can help her feel better and clarify why she is upset. Women are more emotionally expressive and may not have the same emotional stability as men. They are often drawn to men who show empathy and care, even if they sometimes fall for those who mistreat them. I'll explain more about this dynamic later. For now, be prepared for the emotional complexities women enjoy navigating. Bonus insight. Reflecting on the first psychological fact about scent. A 2017 study tested jasmine and lavender fragrances on men and women. The study found that jasmine-based scents significantly increased interest among women. You can find these fragrances in several perfumes on the market, including well-known French brands. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on inconsistent stories. Inconsistent stories often reveal a lack of authenticity. Fake people frequently change their stories to fit different situations or audiences, leading to discrepancies that can become apparent over time. Authentic individuals, though they might forget minor details, generally maintain consistency in their life stories. This inconsistency in fabricated stories is a deliberate tactic used to impress or manipulate others. It can particularly damage personal and professional relationships as discrepancies become more noticeable. Inconsistent stories can erode trust. If you cannot rely on someone to be truthful about their past, how can you trust them with your future? In professional settings, such inconsistencies can create a toxic environment where colleagues cannot depend on one another and superiors cannot make informed decisions. Identifying such individuals requires close attention to their statements over time, as patterns of inconsistent behavior may emerge. This vigilance isn't about paranoia, but about protecting yourself from potential manipulation or deception. Questioning narratives and seeking clarification can often reveal falsehoods, as people may struggle to maintain a facade under scrutiny. Superficial connections. People with superficial connections often have shallow relationships. They prioritize breadth over depth, forming numerous acquaintances rather than meaningful friendships. These relationships are typically based on what others can provide, rather than mutual respect and genuine affection. Superficial connections are strategies for navigating social environments characterized by a lack of depth and understanding. These individuals do not invest time and emotional energy into establishing genuine connections, despite knowing many people. Their knowledge is often limited to basic details like names and job titles. There is a lack of sharing personal struggles, in-depth conversations about hopes and dreams, or genuine connection. This approach to relationships is fundamentally self-centered. Fake people interact with others primarily to gain social status, professional advantages, or other benefits. They often flip between social groups, always seeking the most advantageous associations, overlooking the true value of deep, meaningful relationships that provide comfort in difficult times and joy in good times. Such superficial connections can severely affect those who form relationships with these phony individuals, leading to feelings of being used and unappreciated. Being surrounded by fake people can result in a lonely existence devoid of genuine companionship and support. People may find themselves surrounded by many, but have no real connection with any of them to identify superficiality. Observe how people discuss their relationships. Do they focus solely on what others can do for them? Do they frequently switch social circles? Excessive flattery in personal and professional settings is another indicator. It can create a false sense of trust or mask true intentions, potentially being a tactic to gain favor or distract from a lack of competence or commitment. In professional settings, the danger of excessive flattery lies in its potential to deceive and manipulate, resulting in an environment where empty words overshadow genuine talent and effort. Individuals who frequently use flattery often struggle with authenticity in other areas of their lives. They may view relationships as transactional rather than reciprocal, leading to a superficial social circle where people are valued based on their abilities rather than their personalities. Learning to distinguish between genuine praise and flattery is crucial for navigating such deception. Genuine compliments are specific, acknowledging actual accomplishments or qualities, and are given without any expectation of gain. In contrast, flattery tends to be vague, exaggerated, or unrelated to real achievements. Recognizing these differences can help identify those who use excessive flattery as a tactic for manipulation. Lack of empathy. A lack of empathy is another significant issue. Individuals who are insincere often exhibit a profound lack of genuine concern and empathy for others. This characteristic is a major red flag, as those unable or unwilling to connect emotionally with others tend to focus solely on their own desires and goals. A lack of empathy can manifest in various ways, such as indifference to others, difficulties, or an inability to celebrate others' successes genuinely. These individuals may neglect the emotional well-being of those around them, or refuse to offer support in extreme cases. A lack of empathy can lead to manipulative or harmful behaviors, as the person fails to consider or care about the consequences of their actions on others. This trait is particularly damaging in both personal and professional relationships. It can stifle the development of deep, meaningful connection, resulting in one-sided relationships where one person's needs and feelings are consistently ignored or undervalued. In professional settings, it can foster a hostile and uncooperative environment, leaving colleagues and employees feeling underappreciated and misunderstood. To identify a lack of empathy, observe how individuals react in various situations. Do they show genuine concern when others are upset, or distressed? Can they celebrate others' achievements without making it about themselves? Do they demonstrate understanding and patience in difficult situations? Answering these questions can help determine whether a person lacks empathy, a necessary component of genuine and healthy relationships. Manipulative behavior. Manipulation is a strategy used by some individuals to control or influence others for personal gain, often at the expense of the well-being and autonomy of those around them. This behavior can range from subtle emotional manipulation to outright exploitation. Manipulators typically have a strong grasp of human psychology and use tactics like guilt, charm, coercion, or deception to achieve their objectives. Such manipulation can be particularly dangerous because it often goes unnoticed until significant harm has been done. Victims may feel confused, guilty, or even responsible for the manipulator's actions. In relationships, manipulative behavior can create a toxic base dynamic where one person feels constantly pressured to meet the other's demands or expectations, potentially leading to a loss of self-esteem. Recognizing and managing anxiety and emotional distress in professional settings, as well as dealing with manipulative behavior, is crucial for maintaining healthy respect and authenticity. Understanding these tactics and taking protective measures can help build stronger relationships based on mutual respect and genuine understanding. Fair-weather friends. Some people only show up during good times and disappear during difficult moments. This pattern indicates a fair-weather friend or colleague who is only present for the enjoyable aspects of a relationship, not the challenges. Such individuals are quick to celebrate successes and joyous occasions, but are noticeably absent during adversity. The harm caused by this behavior is not just their absence, but the creation of a false sense of dependability. Those who frequently disappear betray the trust placed in them, leaving friends, family, and colleagues feeling abandoned and unsupported. In relationships, this can lead to feelings of loneliness and betrayal, as the connection was based on positive circumstances rather than true commitment. Professionally, it can disrupt team dynamics and impede progress, as these individuals fail to contribute during times of stress or difficulty. Identifying such individuals requires careful observation of their patterns over time. It is important to note who remains loyal and reliable during challenging situations, rather than just during moments of success or celebration. Broken promises. Fake people often make commitments they do not intend to keep, leading to broken promises. This tendency indicates a lack of integrity and dependability. Making a promise is essentially giving one's word, and breaking it is a sign of disrespect to both the recipient and oneself. It can also undermines trust and damages relationships. A commitment built on promises that are not kept is essentially built on nothing. Recognizing and addressing this behavior is essential for maintaining healthy and authentic relationships, whether personal or professional. Broken promises have consequences that extend beyond immediate disappointment. Consistently break promises can lead to a loss of credibility and respect in personal relationships. This behavior can cause emotional distress, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty and insecurity. Professionally, it can damage one's reputation and jeopardize career opportunities and relationships with colleagues. When dealing with people prone to breaking promises, it is crucial to establish clear expectations and boundaries to hold them accountable for their commitments. This approach may sometimes lead to behavioral changes and helps protect oneself from the negative consequences of unreliability. Avoiding reliance solely on promise is also essential. Excessive self-promotion. In their universe, the spotlight never dims for fake people. They are self-centered and constantly seek attention, often exaggerating their achievements. Excessive self-promotion stems from a deep desire for validation and admiration rather than genuine confidence or a strong sense of self. Such individuals frequently have an inflated sense of importance and believe they deserve constant recognition and praise. This behavior can be disruptive in both personal and professional settings. In personal relationships, it can create imbalance if one person's needs and accomplishments overshadow everyone else's. Professionally, it can foster a toxic environment where collaboration and teamwork are undermined by one individual's desire to stand out at all costs. Recognizing excessive self-promotion involves observing how people discuss themselves and their accomplishments. Do they consistently dominate conversations? Do they exaggerate or fabricate details to appear more successful or significant? These P patterns may indicate self-promotional behavior and inauthenticity. Untrustworthy instincts. Trusting your instincts is valuable in detecting authenticity. Our instincts often pick up on subtle cues and inconsistencies before our conscious mind can fully rationalize them. However, instincts are not infallible. They can be influenced by biases and past experiences. While listening to your instincts is important, they should be balanced with rational thought and observation. If your gut feeling suggests someone is dishonest, take a step back and observe their behavior objectively. Look for patterns and evidence that either support or contradict your intuition. Developing self-awareness and understanding your biases can help refine and trust your instincts. In conclusion, instincts are a useful tool. For assessing the authenticity of those around us, they should be used in conjunction with rational thought and observation to gain a more precise and nuanced understanding of the people we interact with, allowing us to form more genuine and meaningful relationships. Understanding inauthenticity is critical as we navigate the complexities of human relationships. Genuine connection actions require both awareness and wisdom. We've explored key characteristics that reveal the true nature of those around us, from inconsistencies in their stories to unreliability in their commitments. Each sign serves as a guidepost on this journey. However, the quest does not end here. Our channel aims to provide you with ongoing insights and knowledge to help you better understand human behavior and relationships. Join a community dedicated to personal development and authentic living by subscribing. Don't let this be the end of your journey. If you found these insights valuable, click the like button and subscribe for more enlightening content. Please share your experiences and thoughts in the comment section below. Your story could be the beacon that guides others to clarity. Let's work together to make the world a more authentic place. Remember, your intuition is your compass, and your eagerness to learn is his key to relationship success. Subscribe and join us on this continuous journey of discovery. Each click, share, and subscription helps us reach more people and spread knowledge that can potentially change lives. Thank you for watching. In a world full of facades, your authenticity is your greatest asset. Embrace and nurture it, and your relationships will blossom in the light of truth. The more you show your pain, the more some people may want to hurt you. While this doesn't always happen, it is unfortunately common for some to revel in or contribute to your suffering. Sadism and envy can stifle personal growth in various settings, including the workplace, social circles, and even families. Therefore, learning not to display your weaknesses can fortify you like a tree in a storm. Its trunk remains firmly planted while the leaves flutter and branches sway. This image represents silent resilience. In this video, we'll explore 17 Stoic rules from Epicurus, a famous philosopher. You may have heard of him. I also invite you to cultivate self-awareness, where strength comes from. The quiet light that illuminates the path rather than the roar of thunder. Focus on the content rather than daily distractions. The first rule is to prepare for failure. The only way to progress is to attempt the impossible. According to Epicurus, being labeled an idiot is not a setback, but an opportunity for growth, as it enables you to advance professionally. The Stoic philosopher reminds us that true progress comes from a long process of trial and error, not from sudden success. Reaction to fine tea. Through trial and error, we refine what sets us apart. From excellence through trial and error. The second rule is to remember the death of the weights at the end of the road. This is not advice that encourages pessimism, but rather a reminder of the ultimate destination of all our actions, our own death. With this in mind, consider whether it's worth spending 20 years of our limited life savings on a house that ties us down. When death visits, we would benefit from carrying a small notebook with Stoic principles alongside the essentials of daily life, such as phones, credit cards, and toothbrushes. This perspective helps us see setbacks not as misfortunes, but as opportunities to reassess how we use our time. The third rule is to listen twice as much as you speak. Nature gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for A's of reason. This reality serves a clear purpose. We should focus on learning from others rather than hearing ourselves talk. Start today by paying more attention to what others say and less to your own speeches. The fourth rule is to always be prepared for the worst and accept that we will face unfavorable circumstances. Worrying about potential problems like our children failing, losing our jobs, or facing divorce leads to constant stress. Epicus proposes a drastic yet effective method. Imagine that everything you fear has already happened. This approach helps your spirit grow stronger. The fifth rule is to divide coping strategies to move forward with dignity while being aware of fortune's threats. Wealth can bring unanticipated guilt and change people's behavior. Once we gain wealth, we might find ourselves facing guilt akin to a plague. This guilt can poison our spirit. Understanding that guilt often leads us to blame others or ourselves, the wise focus on observing and accepting responsibility, rather than succumbing to the temptation of guilt. According to the sixth rule, true wealth is found in a contented spirit. Epicus believed happiness comes from rejoicing in what we have, rather than mourning what we lack. Complain about what we don't have prevents us from appreciating our current blessings. Embracing this mindset helps us find joy beyond what we see. The seventh rule is to cultivate humility. To truly learn, practice humility daily. Epictetus's philosophy encourages us to understand that true learning comes from acknowledging what we don't know and avoiding arrogance about what we think we know. Understanding, knowledge, and ignorance. True knowledge arises from the recognition of our own ignorance. Approach learning with the wonder and curiosity of a child, embracing the realization that we are constantly discovering new things. Rule 9. Your reactions determine your fate. Our reactions play a crucial role in shaping our outcomes. While we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. Misfortune may strike, but it's less about the events themselves and more about how we handle them. This perspective encourages self-directed growth. Rule 10. Form alliances with positive individuals. Just as we avoid physical contagion, we should be cautious about negative influences. Surround yourself with people to inspire and uplift you. Positive influences enhance our mental health, while negative ones can drain our energy and dampen our spirits. Rule 11. Invest in simplicity. In a world surrounded by luxuries, simplicity can be a powerful antidote to stress. Wealth and luxuries require ongoing maintenance, which can be burdensome. Embracing a simpler lifestyle can reduce stress related to financial obligations and help focus on what truly matters. Rule 12. Perform your duties diligently. Just as the sun rises each day without seeking praise, we must fulfill our responsibilities diligently. Rely on your commitment to complete tasks regardless of external recognition. This approach ensures that we meet our obligations and contribute meaningfully to our environment.